Picture this. You're riding in the cab of a diesel freight train across the barren outback. You're about to pass through a loop, whilst another train is still entering the loop, but the crew doesn't stop. The train slams into the diesel tankers, causing you to die in a giant fireball. That horrific image was sadly reality on the 14th of January 1996 in Hines Hil, Western Australia. Hines Hil Loop, Western Australia. Two trains were to pass each other using the loop. One was National Rail Intermodal Train 5 SP5 headed to Perth from Sydney, pulled by AN Class AN10, which was relatively new at the time, being only 3 years old, and DL Class DL37, which had 2 crew members and a teenage boy riding in the cab. The other one was the West Rail Freighter 7025 headed for Kalgoorlie from Perth. The NR train was thundering down the line, and as the West Rail train was struggling to get into the loop, it happened. The NR train plows into the tankers, setting them aflame as they burn down the locomotives of the Perth train to crispy husks. The fire spreads, destroying a nearby relay box and tragically killing 2 people in the cab. A nearby 19-year-old farmer dove into the burning wreckage and pulled 1 crew member out alive. However, he couldn't save the others. 20 other farmers coupled a tractor to 5 tanker cars that were about to explode and towed them as far as possible from the wreckage. The famous Indian Pacific luxury train was due to pass the site less than 3 hours later, however was halted for hours on end. AN10 would be the first and so far the only AN class to be scrapped. Everyone had one question. Western Australian Rail was known for quite a good safety record, so how could this happen? The National Rail train was equipped with black box recorders, however these were completely destroyed by the flames, so we might never know how fast the Perth train was going. The crossing loop was quite small, with it only being able to just fit both trains, meaning that the West Rail train could not get in the loop fast enough. In June 1998, West Rail was fined $95,000 with $85,000 in costs. An appeal heard in the Supreme Court of Western Australia set aside the original conviction, and West Rail was later rewarded $23,000 in costs. Since the accident, the crossing loop at Hines Hil was lengthened to 2.3 kilometres. It's been 23 years since this collision, and hopefully we won't have such a wreck like this in the future. This wreck was also the worst on Western Australia's history since the Cottlestowe car versus train collision of 1953. But this wreck wasn't the only train collision in Western Australia. Less than a month ago, on the 24th of December 2019, a freight train smashed into the back of a grain train in Jumpakeen. The cause of this accident is still under investigation by the ATSB, however.